This man is simply ridiculous. While other players are spending money for top-tier equipment, he turned the game into a hardcore crafting simulator. All equipment is hammered out by himself one by one. Disliking the low damage of the system provided bow and arrows, he drew blueprints and did research overnight. He actually crafted spiral arrowheads with bleeding effects. No talent for fire magic, no panic. He simply used herbs mixed with ores to do chemical experiments, and concocted explosive oil comparable to grenades. The story starts when he just entered the game. Jack logged into this latest VR game to keep a low profile. He directly chose the archer class recognized as trash. His skill combination was also completely weird. Attack skill chose the most basic kick. Support skills chose cooking and pharmacy. He even gave up defense, choosing a set of light cloth clothes. But as soon as he entered the newbie village, he was surrounded by a group of pay-to-win players, looking at Jack carrying that broken wooden bow. Everyone showed mocking smiles. In this game, pursuing stats and efficiency, no one would team up with a burden like Jack. Jack ignored these ridicules. He came to the wild training ground alone, but reality gave him a slap in the face quickly. He found the bow and arrow were indeed trash. He could not even hit a target within 10 meters, let alone fighting monsters. This hit rate was a problem even for self-protection. Under bitter practice, Jack finally upgraded his sword skill to level 5. Now he could barely hit targets within 10 meters. At the critical moment, Jack remembered the kick skill he picked, since he cannot hit from a distance. Then play archer as a warrior. Jack, with bursting confidence, decided to go into actual combat. However, on the first day of server opening, the wild was full of players queuing for dungeons. At this time, he thought of his far sight skill. He soon found his first target. His first opponent was a one-horned rabbit. Jack drew the bow and set the arrow very smoothly. Then he missed with one shot. The rabbit instantly turned red-eyed and pounced on Jack. Jack shot again in panic, although he successfully hit the rabbit's leg, but it angered the rabbit instead. Jack had to use a flying kick, hitting the rabbit right in the face. The rabbit was kicked flying into the air. The poor rabbit turned into a piece of rabbit meat before understanding what happened. This scene happened to be seen by two passing players. It was their first time seeing someone playing archer like a soccer hooligan. Jack's weird path had just begun. He felt the food in the shop was awful, so he started cooking himself. The result was even worse than what he bought, because his class was too niche. Basically, no one sold bows and arrows he could use. Helplessly, he had to make equipment himself. A bow with plus 12 damage was completed. Compared to the newbie time, the power increased a lot, but he still could not hit monsters. The skills dealing damage were either wind magic or kick. Jack returned with a full load, found everyone in town was looking for potions. Asking around, he knew. It turned out the NPC's potions were sold out. Coincidentally, Jack prepared a lot of materials before, and because the pharmacy skill is relatively useless, few people have this ability, so Jack directly became a hotcake in the game. Just when everyone was queuing to buy, the pay-to-win player Dio, who mocked Jack at the opening, appeared, and arrogantly asked Jack to sell all potions to him. But Jack did not panic at all, because there was more than one person behind him. Helplessly, Dio had to issue a duel invitation. Jack accepted this readily, because he knew the opponent's weakness was underestimating the enemy. Sure enough, Dio still thought Jack's main job was archer, so he immediately closed the distance and started slashing, resulting in being subdued directly by a flying kick. With the level increase, Jack came to a new map, but he just wanted to shoot the giant needle bee, but accidentally hit a rock ant. This monster has extremely high defense. There is also a disgusting mechanism. Once attacked, it will call companions. In a blink of an eye, Jack was surrounded by a group of rock ants. Jack had no choice but to engage in melee combat, but what he did not expect was, this ant has a damage reflection characteristic. Melee attacks will reflect damage. This was Jack's first death in the game. After resurrecting